Okay, testing. I really hope this works, you guys. I don't know where to begin. And sorry about the noise. I really can't help it. I tried to find my headphones, but I could not abandon my YouTube family. So, you guys, we're gonna have to bear with the sound. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So, I definitely want to say again, happy 2020. And I know for a lot of people, it's like 2020 is not happy, Marinike. It's not happy. But I wanted to bring you this. This is the book of this week. I don't know how much of the last book you guys read last week, but this one is it. And I'm just a couple like chapters into it, but I definitely have to acclaim. I have to acclaim Neil Sonny for sure. So he talks about, as we're going through different kinds of startups, founding members, things like that, how to talk to certain people. So it helps to have had. Oh, hi! Thank you so much. All right, my food is here right now. Okay, great. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Thank you so much. Amazing. All right.
Did you decide on anything you wanted to drink?
Well, I'm sitting on my channel, so just in a moment.
Okay,
Thanks so much.
All
right, thanks. So also, I'm working on the whole vegan thing, and it's great. I hope everyone's resolutions have been good so far, and like where everyone's going in life. This is a root vegetable gratin. So yeah, this year I'm just trying out what a plant-based lifestyle is like. And a lot of things I didn't think about was also makeup. Like, oh my gosh. You guys, this thing is like tapping and falling and tapping and falling. Okay, anyway. So, I didn't think about makeup as well. So, I was at Nordstrom today and I was just like playing around with a bunch of like colors. And the artist kind of reminded me that there's a lot of things that are not so vegan. So a lot of things to consider, but at first it was just supposed to be plants. Just see how I feel like, you know, as winter progresses, how it will help sustain the mood. Because here in Seattle, it's like it's dark most days. Like, okay, winter, generally speaking, Marinike, it's like that anyway. I get it, but this time, like, it's rainy and like clouds are quite dark. So when you get a few moments of sunshine, you absolutely want those moments of sunshine. Absolutely. So back on track. It's just so exciting to see how many books and book clubs that I can incorporate into every aspect of life. So how to win friends and influence people. I mean, yeah, some of these things we're already naturally good at, or I felt like I was. It helps to understand how to deal with people even in challenging moments. And then I can see how the book of Charlie Gilkey, which I also recommended to you guys on both my Instagram and another YouTube video. I think I made 2 or 3. Like, seriously, I recorded like 6 and then like just stopped. So there's going to be some things to edit there, and I don't know what's up with the cam right now, but I honestly hope you all can see what you can. So this book, when we're talking about people, this, like, it's so amazing, the startup gold mine. So when you're moving forward in business, like, I didn't know where to begin. I found this journey to be one of the most humbling journeys, seriously, because most people come and they have money, or they're working and have other things going on, and here I just like left. I have a book that's not been out very long, and I'm like, you know, making my own path and creating it. So this trail that's before me is not one that's like been cut. I have to cut all the weeds and trim everything and blaze it myself. So I find books to be super helpful because when I go to meetings, a lot of people sit down and there's an organization that can connect people to funders. So there's something called like angel meetings that happen in different cities all over wherever you're at, and they can connect people with funders. So a lot of good things that I've found. I've been listening to Stanford Graduate School of Business. I subscribe to them, and you can listen to so many influential people. Like Vinod is one of my favorites. He's so bold and outspoken, and he says everything I would say in a very masculine. He's from India, so he's amazing. And also the Stanford Graduate School of Business and Columbia Graduate School of Business and Bloomberg. There's so many great places to go and listen to other people talk about either how you're investing in angel timelines and how long they're going to be in versus venture capitalists. It's a whole school. It's nice sometimes where people can replicate a business, but if it's coming from different directions, sometimes you don't know where that's coming from. So for sure, this is one of the other books I picked up. Patrick David is amazing. I find just an incredible mentor, and he sends text messages of when he's going live and when he has book clubs, and all the books we can read and that he recommends once a week. So in combination with the other books that I'm reading, Theta books and Lifetime books, Betterment books, just books, right? Like how to write other types of books. So it really helps to have this one. This Startup Gold Mine was one I picked up actually at a Theta conference. This is the advanced reader's copy, and this is the uncorrected proof. This is like the scratch proof of the book. And it's incredible. So as I'm talking about management of self and management of other people, it's so cool that he shares the types of people we run into in when moving forward and maybe trying to find a big business to fund, and knowing that these businesses do have revenue and capital to invest in startups. And so just thinking about the magnitude of when you actually do approach corporations as gold mines, that is wow. For example, he shares that there are so many different types of stores. How many growing and booming stores do we have? 706 Sephora stores, 24,464 Starbucks, 1,803 Targets, and 490 Apple stores. And this was written in 2018. So it's grown beyond that. So let's just say you did, create or approach one of these markets with this huge innovative idea. What if Apple picked that up? Can you imagine generating the $3.86 billion revenue if they bought you out? It is truly a gold mine. So when looking at how to approach these companies, Neil also goes through the types of people that you're going to meet, the kinds of incentives and why you should care about corporations and innovations. And so he talks about how, inside of the machine, people, if you're watching this channel, you're not usually a corporate America type of person. Corporate America is based on CYA, which is cover your ass. So this group, this demographic of I'm so excited. This guy is amazing. Anyway, so this demographic of people is they're not ones that you when you're approaching them, you have to understand what it is that you want or what would benefit them just in general. So he talks about a lifer. Usually a lifer is somebody who has been in a corporation for pretty much longer than your life. if you're younger, or maybe you're older and you're watching this, but it's like somebody who you've approached who is like been in there for life. Now, these types of people aren't the wrong people to have per se. They're not someone you should run from, but when approaching them and getting your foot inside of the door, he mentions that these are people you do want to like keep around. You definitely want to stay in touch with them, but they're not ones that are going to go and like be the biggest gold mine for you. And then there's someone who he talked about lifers and then strivers. So when I went to law school, my God, this was like almost every like. They're usually they were the TAs in some of them. Some of them were part of law society. Certain law societies, they were always getting in with like professors, not as a way to be friends with them, but just to have the credit of it. And so this is what strivers are doing. And you can find them in corporate America as someone who's easily able to stab someone in the back. And they don't mind that because, hey, you know what? All they want is credit. So when you're approaching somebody who is this type of person, when they give you the introduction, always give them what they want, which is the credit. Yeah, they did that. It's just good to give them the credit. Neil also talks about corporate drones. These are people who are like machines, and they're not going to help you get anywhere. He talks about them like they're like robots. And corporate drones are not so... let's see. Yeah, he's skeptical because he's just not impressed with them. They don't have superior thinking skills or anything like that. They just kind of like go to work and come back. So the startup wannabe can be the huge person that helps you make these introductions, because they are kind of like they keep some knowledge about things, but they're still tied to their corporate job. This type of person can help if they can help you because they want to be part of what's cool. Like everyone wants to be part of what's cool, so because it's cool, they'll totally want to help you out. And if the way you can talk to them is like kind of like play a little hard to get, and they're just cool. They will help you make the introductions. If people you seem like their manager are a little bit like not up to our speed, they don't want to be associated with anything that's older than that. So definitely reach out to someone if they can make the introductions. These people themselves will not exactly help you land any sort of deal, but they will help you. And then the startup refugee. Now this is actually what Neil says is the biggest gold mine, because a startup refugee is usually somebody who started inside of the business but ended up going back to corporate because either theirs failed and they need to like work for 2 or 3 more years, get some more money and get back at it, or they're actually in a startup themselves. And these are the people who will either quit their job and come and support you or work with you or give you the introductions. So it does not happen this often, but when it does, he mentions that this is something that you absolutely have to pounce on. This is a startup gold mine. This is the first 3 chapters I've been sharing with you. That's all I had time to read yesterday. I've been reading a lot of other things, and it's also like the first Friday art walk. You know, I just have a life, makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's it. You guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I am so excited to just keep bringing you more videos that's been laid upon me, and bringing you all types of different content, just helping you grow based on other areas of life, talking about things that sometimes we have to go online to have these discussions about. So, all right, lovers and friends, I have this food and I'm about to nom so freaking hard. I will talk to you later. All right, later, lovers and friends. Oh yeah, please subscribe, comment, share, you know.